I've had it. I'm calling a tow truck to come and yank my truck out of your garage.
Sir, I'm sorry. Sometimes the estimate...
It's off by more than 2 weeks and costs $600 more. It seems a little egregious to me. Doesn't that seem a little high to you?
Well, I definitely know I can help you, but...
Should we be calling someone else in?
No. I've definitely seen this done before. I've just never had the opportunity to complete a cashier's check for this large amount.
Well, we really need to get to our closing on time. Is there any way we can speed this up?
I've already filled this out many times. I just need my permit approved so I can get to work.
Hi, I'm John Scholl, president of Service Quality Institute. If you work with people, you know that you'll occasionally have to deal with customer complaints. And sometimes those complaints come from irate customers. Welcome to Service First, Session 3, Handling Complaints and the Irate Customer. In this session, we will help you to understand the methods for handling complaints in irate customers, as well as recognizing that a complaint is an opportunity for improvement. If we never hear about problems, we cannot correct them. Customer complaints are very important feedback that tell us about an immediate problem, which more than likely needs our immediate attention. And if we fail to give the situation the proper attention, we will inevitably end up with dissatisfied customers. If customers are dissatisfied, they won't come back.
The first principle of Service First is to feel good about yourself and the work that you do. The second principle of Service First is practicing habits of courtesy every day and with everyone you deal with. The third principle of Service First is the use of positive communication. How you say things is just as important as what you say. The fourth principle of Service First is the ability to listen and ask questions to understand the customer's needs and expectations. And the fifth principle of Service First is to perform professionally in every aspect of your job. With these principles fresh in our minds, let's move on to the specific skills needed for complaint handling. The least difficult complaint to resolve is one where the customer has a specific problem that can be easily traced or identified. This type of complaint would use simple problem-solving skills. Begin by focusing on the problem and remember to use the 5 principles as you narrow down the possibilities. Be courteous and helpful as you listen to the complaint. Ask questions to assist your understanding of the problem. Be sure not to sound like you're questioning the customer's right to complain, but rather searching for a better grasp of the dilemma. After you've isolated the cause, apologize and accept responsibility for resolving the problem. Whether you are the cause of the problem or not, you represent your company. Apologize on behalf of the company for the customer's lack of satisfaction. And taking responsibility for a resolution shows your commitment to restoring the customer's faith in you and your organization. Now, you must focus on solving the problem. Often, the solution is obvious and you can restore satisfaction with a simple act. But you may, on occasion, be forced to seek higher authority to satisfy the customer. In any case, offer the acceptable alternatives or solution to the customer and allow him or her to decide which one will bring satisfaction. Then, thank the customer for bringing the problem to your attention. Affirm that solving customer problems is part of the service you provide. Let's take a look at a specific problem and how it can be easily resolved through these steps.
Hey, I just got an email saying my speakers have arrived 4 days after they were promised, but they're supposed to be here.
Okay, I apologize for the delay. Do you have a confirmation number?
Yeah, I got this right here in my email.
Okay. Okay, I see your order, but...
What now?
It just doesn't say where your speakers are, but that's okay, because we know they're here.
How does that happen?
Okay, Evan?
Alex, what's up? There's not a problem, is there?
No. We still have a cache of stuff that came in that we haven't processed yet in the back, right?
Oh, sure. It's the holidays and things are moving all the time. We've got an entire corner of the warehouse cordoned off.
Okay. I bet that's where your speakers are. I know how big the box is. I know what you ordered. I got your name. So I'm going to go back there and find it and bring it out for you, and I'll process it up here for you, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Good work, Alex.
Thank you.
There it is.
Found it in the back. Okay. So just give me a minute to process this, and then I will send someone out to take it to your vehicle for you.
Just in time, too. The kids are going to love it, just like going to the movies.
Okay, because our delivery estimate was so far off on this one, I'm going to offer you a free home installation. So we will unpack it, install it, and set up the whole system.
What has to be set up?
Well, it has these little calibration tools that help it sounding just like the movies.
I'll take you up on that, man. Thanks.
No problem. It's my pleasure.
A simple problem, a simple solution, handled courteously and effectively. That's what keeps customers coming back again and again. More complex problems require that you expand on those basic steps. More complex problems occur when customer expectations are not met. It could be that you or your business has let a customer down in some way, or that the customer had unrealistic expectations in the first place. Either way, the customer is usually a bit angry and frustrated. Let's watch two different examples of complex problems. Observe how the basic steps are expanded upon with the 5 principles to resolve these complex problems.
Hello, I'm Nurse Samantha. I'll be working with you this evening.
You told me that Jolene was scheduled for a CAT scan today. I drove her all the way down there, and they tell me to come home. What's going on?
I don't think anything's going on.
You don't think? Well, what do you know?
Mr. Trent, I'll get to the bottom of this immediately. The image lab is pretty booked these days. Let me call them and reschedule. Then I'll stay on top of the new appointment, personally.
What do you think? Generally, the employee handled the problem well, though an apology up front would have done a lot to diffuse the customer's anger. Let's see how our second demonstration goes.
I've had it. I'm calling a tow truck to come and yank my truck out of your garage.
Sir, I'm sorry. Sometimes the estimate...
It's off by more than 2 weeks and costs $600 more. It seems a little egregious to me. Doesn't that seem a little high to you?
I apologize for the delays and the increase in costs. I'll see what I can do to have this all worked out before a tow truck even has a chance to show up.
I'm just itching to call. Give me a reason. Just one reason.
Okay. I'm looking at the parts order now, and I'm texting the head mechanic. I think a thorough examination of the circumstances will help us determine when to get you your car. We did notice that your ball joint was worn out, and we did talk to you about that.
But you said it wouldn't affect the schedule.
We did, and we're fully responsible for not meeting your expectations. I will be responsible for solving the issue.
Well, what about the bill? I got this revised estimate, and it doesn't even come close to what I was promised it would cost.
We did a poor job explaining the work. There's no doubt about it. Extra parts and labor do cost, but we should have been more thorough in explaining the job to you.
Could have saved me a heart attack.
It's no excuse for the delays, though. I do see we have the part in stock now.
You already had one?
It's earmarked for another vehicle, but I'm going to see if the mechanic will let me pass it to you.
Well, why wouldn't he?
He's not answering. I'm just going to do it. The other customer had to reschedule anyway, so I'll just replace it with the part we were going to give you.
Steven, what was that about moving parts around?
I have a customer here who suffered through extended delays for his truck, 2012 red basics.
I don't like the idea of changing parts. It could get things all messed up back here.
It's an extraordinary circumstance. I'll keep it all in order.
Your call. I'll be sure to get on that change this afternoon.
Okay, are we back on track?
We should have a change out this afternoon, and you can pick it up first thing in the morning.
Are you sure about that?
If we take it off and find anything else, anything at all, I will call you personally tonight, no matter how late I have to stay to talk it over with you. The truck will be ready to roll at the start of business, 8 a.m.
Okay, I'll call my wife and have her drop me off in the morning to pick it up.
I'm also going to deduct the labor from the last job from your bill. You'll only have to cover the new part.
Well, that's a nice chunk of change.
And I'm also going to have your car detailed. Shine it up like new.
I can deal with that, thanks.
Whether the customer is mildly irritated or openly hostile and abusive, the complaint handling skills on the screen can help you diffuse whatever situation you encounter. Remember to focus on the problem by asking polite questions and then listening to the answers. Take responsibility for resolving the situation and apologize for the customer's inconvenience. Offer solutions or alternatives that may satisfy the customer, and then allow the customer to choose. Don't respond to attempts to intimidate you. This will make you defensive and shift your focus to blame instead of problem solving, and get help if necessary. You surely don't have all of the answers or the authority. Let's survey the next scenario, keeping in mind that the customer is extremely irate and wants satisfaction now.
Can somebody help me, please?
Excuse me, sir. If you could just wait.
Every time I come in here, I wait. Wait.
Excuse me, Mr. Henry. Remember me? It's Louisa. Please, everything's going to be all right if you'll just calm down.
And now I'm here to see a back specialist. Dr. I can't remember.
Oh, that is no problem. Mr. Henry, I have it right here. Your appointment, Mr. Henry, is with Dr. McGraw, Suite 23.
Suite 23, where is that? You people keep moving the doctors around.
You know what? I am going there myself to drop off some files. Would you like to walk with me, Mr. Henry?
Fine. That would be fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. Now come this way.
Those customers who don't complain also don't return, but they don't give you the chance to correct the problem either. Those who do complain are at least giving you the opportunity to make things right, and thereby are offering an opening to retain their loyalty. According to a recent survey by a Washington, D.C. firm, the average business only hears from 4% of its dissatisfied customers. What do the other 96% do? Well, they tell 9 or 10 other people about their experience. That could really hurt your business. It pays to listen to those few customers who choose to tell you about problems first. In order to deal with customer complaints effectively, we should recall the 5 principles of Service First as the foundation for all of our exercises in this series. It is crucial we have a solid understanding of what they are. Handling irate customers takes skill. Our first reaction might be to get defensive, but as you saw, skillful use of the steps for complaint handling in combination with the 5 principles of Service First can diffuse the situation. But how do we not take a ranting, abusive, complaining customer personally? When problems occur, we all have a tendency to think negatively. That doesn't help us, and it doesn't solve the problem. In fact, it slows us down in reaching a solution. We should give ourselves little pep talks every day, reminding ourselves just how good we really are. We need to remind ourselves that the people who bring us problems, especially customers, aren't really angry with us as individuals. They simply have a problem which they deserve to have taken care of. And it's also important to realize that customers who come to us with problems are really doing us a favor. If we don't know about the problems, we can't do very much to solve them, and that's bad for business. It's tempting to become negative and defensive when dealing with irate customers. But if we talk to ourselves, give ourselves those little pep talks, we can shake off the experience and be ready to serve the next customer. Here's an example.
Good afternoon. How may I help?
I can't believe I had to come all the way down here for this. What kind of two-bit operation are you guys running here? This is freaking amateur hour. I've been playing phone tag with you for the better part of the week, and the emails I get are no help. I'm tired of talking to some faceless drones about all this.
I understand how frustrating it can be. I'd much rather talk to somebody face-to-face if I have the opportunity. I promise I'll do whatever I can to solve this for you. May I have your name and company? I want to make sure I have all the current information so I could give you the best options.
Jesus Reyes, head of accounting, Mayor Geller Capital.
Okay, I see a number of notes about previous service calls. Do you mind describing the situation for me again? I want to make sure there's no confusion and we're on the same page.
Our executive level credit cards. The interest rate suddenly jumped late last month, and I can't get anyone to tell me what happened.
Mr. Reyes, I'm sincerely sorry for the confusion. Let me see if I can figure out what went wrong and get it straightened out for you. I'm going to refund your late fees and reinstate your previous interest rate.
Thank you. But how can we make sure this doesn't happen again?
I can change your account back to the 28-day billing cycle, but that comes with a 2% rate increase. Or we can set up automatic payments with us, which will automatically deduct from your account each cycle.
That would be fine.
Okay. It's all set up. Now you should see this on the 15th of the month as an automatic deduction and then once a cycle moving forward. I'm also sending a copy of this to your office as we speak. Finally, if there are any more problems, please feel free to contact me personally and I'll get it all worked out for you.
Dealing with angry customers requires fast thinking. It may be difficult to remember all the steps and principles we've covered. So keep the phrase class act in mind. First, as with every customer, be courteous, listen and ask questions, soothe the anger through empathy, solve the problem if you can, apologize for the customer's inconvenience, control yourself, and thank the customer for bringing the problem to your attention. Improving your skills in dealing with customer complaints will have significant results for both you and your company. You'll feel better about your job and yourself. And when those customers talk about your business, you and your company will be described as a class act. That's the kind of word-of-mouth advertising any company would love to have. And dealing effectively with customer complaints is the only way to get it.
Achieving excellence through customer service provides a complete action plan to turn service quality into the central focus of the management strategy. It has been called an encyclopedia of customer service strategies and experiences. Empowerment. A way of life focuses on one simple yet powerful principle. Empowered employees will give excellent customer service, turning unhappy customers into happy, repeat customers. Moreover, happy, empowered, fulfilled employees are less likely to leave the company, reducing turnover. Loyal for Life shows you how to take a customer from hell to heaven in 60 seconds or less. It focuses on service recovery and empowerment. E-service, speed technology, and price built around geographic boundaries are eliminated and business transactions are faster and more efficient than ever. It's eat or be eaten. Cashing in teaches service providers what it takes to make more money, get promotions, and love their jobs. Builds self-esteem and empowerment. The customer is boss. The guidelines provided show how to effectively challenge bad customer service and gain satisfaction in the dealings with service providers. Leading empowered teams for service quality. This two-day workshop enables managers to set and maintain service standards, provide feedback and reward systems, and create a work culture characterized by superior service, empowerment, trust, and teamwork. Moving up. This book teaches employees to want more, to want to move up. Instill a sense of worth in your own employees. They will be motivated to ignite internal dreams and eliminate their fears by believing in themselves, to become indispensable and extraordinary, knowing they will be more successful by developing their talents and abilities.